welcome to another fresh edition of Poly Playbook.
We're serving up all the hot action, cool plays,
and everything in between for Cal Poly Athletics.
I'm Connor McCarthy.
I'm Nate Edelman.
I'm Brian Strong.
Poly Playbook starts now.
Who do you think will win the Super Bowl this year?
I think the Patriots are going to win.
Hi, I'm Joe Schatz, and I'm here at Spanos Stadium.
I'm Megan Healy here at Staples Center.
Myself will be taking on Sierra Highland, best pitcher in Big West softball history. Let's see how this goes.
Tune in every week to Poly Playbook, right here on Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to another fresh edition of Poly Playbook. We're serving up all the hot action, cool plays, and everything in between for Cal Poly Athletics. I'm Nate Edelman, and Poly Playbook starts now. Women's volleyball defeated their blue-green rival, UCSB, 3-1 this past weekend in Santa Barbara. Sophomore outside hitter Tori Von Winden and her sister Adelie dominated the court with a combined 39 kills, 21 and 18 respectively. The Mustangs are on a 12-game winning streak and are ranked number 1 in the Big West and number 23 in the nation. The Mustangs return home this weekend with back-to-back games starting Friday, October 20th at 7 p.m. against CSUN and Saturday, October 21st at 4:30 against Long Beach State. After their bye week, Cal Poly football is back home on Saturday to host 23rd ranked Weber State. The Mustangs are still looking for their first win of the season as they dropped 6 straight to start the season. This is quarterback Jake Jeffrey's first game at home since filling in for Khalil Jenkins, who is out for the season. Saturday night is also Mustang Family Weekend, and kickoff is set for 6 p.m. Stay tuned as I interview quarterback Jake Jeffrey and receiver J.J. Koski later in the show, and tune into Mustang Game Day, where anchors Megan Healy and Dan Dempster preview Saturday's matchup in our hour-long pregame show. The second edition of 100 Yards airs this Saturday on Mustang Game Day, and we took the field with Kyle Lewis. Check it out.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Lewis, slot back number 4 for Cal Poly football. Tune in to Mustang Game Day October 21st as we take on Weber State. I'll see you there.
Be sure to watch Mustang Game Day this Saturday at 4:30 as Cal Poly takes on Weber State at home, and you could find that pregame show on mustangnews.net and gopoly.com. Men's basketball previewed the upcoming season with a green vs. gold intra-squad game. The gold team quickly took the lead and never let it go for an 80-67 win. Junior forward Josh Martin made sure that his return is known well as he led the gold team with 24 points and 13 rebounds. Martin was recently voted team captain, joining junior guard Donovan Fields and senior guard Victor Joseph as the Mustangs' leadership. Fields had a 30-point game for the green team.
So it just feels good to get back into that game-like intensity and that flow, because we've been practicing against each other for so long, and just looking forward to the season right now.
The game was followed by a dunk contest where junior forward Jakob Nietzel's backboard dunk edged out Josh Martin's between-the-legs slam for the win. The Mustangs will start their season with an exhibition game against Cal State East Bay in Mott Athletic Center on November 2nd at 7 p.m. Cal Poly men's soccer battled to a scoreless draw on the road against UCSB in front of an announced crowd of 10,293 on Saturday, October 14th. Junior forward Sean Good had a match-leading 3 shots, and Simon Boheme made 3 saves to extend their unbeaten streak at Harder Stadium to 4 games. Chippy play resulted in 43 total fouls called and 5 yellow cards. Saturday's attendance marked the largest NCAA men's soccer crowd of 2017 and the 21st largest of all time. With the draw, Cal Poly improved to 4 points in the Big West standings and currently sits in 4th place. The Mustangs return home on action against UC Davis on Wednesday, October 18th at 4 p.m. The women's soccer team came out on top over Long Beach State at home on Friday. Cal Poly beat Long Beach State in a Big West Conference match by the score of 3-2. The Mustangs struck first in the 9th minute when sophomore Jessica Johnson scored on a header from sophomore Megan Demi-John. Long Beach then scored twice to go ahead 2-1, and Cal Poly answered back with 2 more goals. Freshman Georgina Steigler scored in the 51st minute, and Johnson scored her second of the night, the game winner in the 56th minute. Sophomore goalie Sophia Brown registered 6 saves. The Mustangs' next home game is on October 19th when they play Cal State Fullerton on senior night. Now let's take a look at a few upcoming games for the Mustangs. Women's soccer takes on CSU Fullerton for their senior night on Thursday at Spanos Stadium at 7 p.m. The number 24th ranked women's volleyball team takes on Long Beach State Saturday at Mott Gym at 4:30. And finally, once again, the Cal Poly football team plays Weber State Saturday at Spanos Stadium. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. and Mustang Game Day starts at 4:30. Thanks for joining us for this weekly recap on Poly Playbook. Stay tuned as I interview 2 Cal Poly football players, J.J. Koski and Jake Jeffery.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to Poly Playbook. I'm your host, Nate Edelman, and I am here with two members of the football team. Can you guys introduce yourselves for us?
Hey, I'm Jake Jeffery. I play quarterback for our team.
And I'm JJ Koski, play wide receiver here.
Great. So are you guys finally excited to be back at home after a long layoff and a bye week?
Yeah, I mean, having home games and having a home support is always a big factor in football games and in winning, too, for sure. The road stretches can get to you, especially playing in places that are hundreds of miles away each week. So it's for sure good to be back and have a home crowd with us again.
Yeah, I definitely say so. I think that us as a team, we always perform, I'd say, a little bit better at home. You know, we got our crowd behind us and a lot of support from the community. So, yeah, I'd say our team's ready to go and get back at home.
Great. So what can you tell us about Weber State? What have you been learning in practice about them?
They're a very strong team. They have only lost one game in conference so far. They were ranked before this week. They're a very strong, good physical team. It was one of the teams that we lost to last year, also with a team that made playoffs last year.
Yeah, like earlier in the year they played Cal and really took it to them for 3 quarters. So they got a lot of athletes on the defensive side of the ball that we've been watching, and we definitely have to come to play on Saturday.
Well, I know that Jake, you've been stepping in for Khalil. How has that transition been like as the team leader, as the quarterback? Has Khalil been a mentor at all?
Yeah, no, Khalil's one of my good friends. He's helped me a lot through even before this. Last year helping me a lot. This year for sure, just giving me all the little details that help you out in games. And I think the transition's been going as expected. You know, coming in with my first start, did all right. Hopefully bounce back next week better.
Sounds good. And JJ, is Jake throwing the ball well? Is everything coming good out of the hands, all that kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah, of course. I knew Jake was going to get a shot and perform well. And I think first game, you know, he had a good showing, but he knows we can play better as a whole, and he can play better, and I can play better. So I think, you know, this week we're looking to improve on our performances 2 weeks ago.
How has practices been? Because obviously we all know that you guys haven't won a game. Is morale still high? How's Coach Walsh been coaching you guys or talking to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, he always stays honest. I mean, it's just like any other week. You try and take it 1 week at a time, focus on your opponent ahead. Don't really worry about the past because it's in the past. You can't look back at that point. He's talked about just kind of restarting the season and finishing strong, trying to show who we really are these last 4 or 5 weeks of the season.
Great, and thank you guys so much for joining us. That is all for Poly Playbook this week. Tune in. You could follow us actually on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, or you could log on to mustangnews.net for continuous Cal Poly sports coverage. I'm Nate Edelman. Have a great rest of your week.